Habitats and Adaptations unit, we do an arts integration project. This is my favorite. I love doing this. We have done other versions of an arts integration project, but this is my favorite, and the kids really love it. So here in Greenville County, we have the Metropolitan Arts Council, MAC, which sponsors Smart Arts. And Smart Arts is a program where teachers, you go and you get partnered with a real world artist and you create a unit around that art form. And the goal of the program is that you continue integrating this art form into your curriculum for many years to come. I have heard that this or programs similar to the Smart Arts program have developed in other parts of our state. So you might want to check and see if you have a local arts council and what they offer for teachers. So in this piece, this is our Animal Adaptations Art Project. That's what we call it. It will demonstrate student understanding of characteristics of environments, food chains, food webs, adaptations for survival, the different habitats, the factors that are included within different habitats. So it is a great assessment tool, and it pulls in all of the pieces that you have put together throughout the unit. So again, like I said, I teach all the subjects, so I know how it is to fit in everything. And this unit is based around the book, The Legend of the Shmooney. And if you have never seen this book, the Shmooney is a creature. He saves the animals of the forest, and his reward, he gets the best parts of each animal. Now, he gets the best character traits from each animal, but you can see in the picture, he also kind of looks like a mixture of animals. So character skills, read aloud, goes together. So after we read this book, the students choose an animal that they would like to learn about. And this actually ties into my writing curriculum because we use this as a research piece. So our kids research an animal, they learn all about it, where it lives, its habitat, the whole, all that you would like to put into that research piece. Then they come back and they decide, they think about the animal and where it lives and what change might happen to that habitat. So for my example animal, I use the manatee. And one of the biggest issues facing manatees are boats. And you can find, there's plenty of articles that you can reference to this fact that especially the wintering grounds for manatees are now clogged with boats. So the manatee is struggling to find enough food and not to be run over by boats. So the manatee is my sample animal. I do my model for my writing. That's a whole with my ELA, but that's how you can tie it in with your science. But I think about what could change in that habitat that would cause a problem for the animal. And so for me, it was a drastic increase in boats. So the students think about that, and then they think about what adaptations that animal could develop that would help it survive in that habitat. So, and then finally, they're going to draw that animal. The important part here is the planning piece, and we do this step by step. They have learned about their animal, they know where it lives, they know what it needs to survive. When we get to this piece of the project, they determine what's happening to the habitat. They name the problem. Then they have to think about, what adaptations would help that animal better survive? And they have to list those adaptations. Depending on the group that you're working with, you can require 3 adaptations, but you could do 5. You could say 3 of them have to be visual adaptations, whereas others could be like, the manatee learned to bark so that boats could hear it, or something to that effect. It's not necessarily a visual, and the visual adaptations will make sense with the art project. So the kids, they have to list it out, and they have to state, this adaptation will help the animal because this is critical that they think through, because this is what happens in science and engineering. They plan, they design, they plan. So thinking through, writing out. Final step, and this is where I like to bring in, you can get the little plastic animals from the Dollar Tree. I like to bring those in so that kids can actually look at the animal as they draw it out. And then, but their drawing is going to include their new adaptations. Once they have completed all of this piece, so see, you have a nice piece here, then you are going to use air dry clay to form that animal. Now this is where you really want to talk to your art teacher beforehand. We have done this project at my school. We have used the air dry clay. It's great. I mean, it's easier, but if you can get your art teacher to help you with this project, it's even better, because to do it with real clay and have the kids get their pieces fired and add color, it's amazing. So the other part of this is that with us, when we first did this, we had an artist, and so we actually learned some sculpting skills, such as slipping and scoring and making the eyes so that you could see them, and the nose, and adding the pieces on. So this is truly an arts integration project that will bring science to life in your classroom. But your art teacher is going to be a great resource here.